All right, guys, fall 2022 semester. Every semester I like to do a little video just to introduce myself and kind of give you an idea of who I am, where I come from, what my perspective is, and all that kind of stuff, just because I think it's important when you're learning anything or taking anything in from anyone that you understand kind of that person's perspective, so that you can consider that person's, I don't know, thoughts, opinions, perspective. I know I said that like 10 times. When you're getting information from anyone. And I mean that from, like, think about when you're watching the news at night. If you watch the news, which you probably don't because you're all young and cool and stuff, and young, cool people don't watch the news. But if you did, think about which news channel you're watching. You want to know where that person's perspective is when you're taking in that information. So let me just kind of introduce myself. I'm Kathleen Fernandez. You probably have figured that out already. I have been a criminology instructor here at Fresno City College full-time since 2016. So I'm just wrapping up my 6th year, or starting my 7th year here full-time. I absolutely love this job. Best job in the world. I could not imagine a better job than working here at Fresno City College. And I say that honestly and wholeheartedly, and like no fake, none of that kind of stuff. I absolutely love working here. So hopefully you'll get that vibe from me, and you will love criminology as much as I do. I'm a local girl. I was born and raised in the Valley. I was born in Fresno, moved immediately, almost immediately after I was born, to the Bay Area in San Ramon, because my dad got hired as a police officer in Oakland. So he was an Oakland police officer for a couple of years until his partner was killed in the line of duty. My mom was like, we got to get out of here. So that was in the 1970s. So we moved back to the Valley and came to Selma. And I grew up in Selma. So I went to Selma High School, grew up there, lived there until I was about 16, 17. Then moved to Fresno. I graduated from Selma High School. My grades were okay, but I really didn't have the money to go to college. My dad left. And so my mom was raising myself and my brother, making about $1,000 a month, which obviously even back then was not nearly enough money to certainly to pay for college. So I came to Fresno City College, same as you guys. I was here for 3 years, kind of messed around a lot, didn't do that great. I took mostly general ed classes here at City College, and finally, after being here for 3 years, I fell in love with criminology, and I was like, I really like this. I like these classes. I started to do better in those classes, and ultimately I transferred over to Fresno State. I put myself through college. I worked in restaurants. I lived on my own apartment, all that kind of stuff. I was a bartender through most of college. Graduated from Fresno State, had a bachelor's degree in criminology with an emphasis in law enforcement, but I still didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just decided to stay in school. I got into the graduate program at Fresno State, so I worked on my master's degree in criminology. While I was doing that, part of the program was that you were supposed to complete an internship. So my normal procrastinating self, I waited till like the last minute to go to see the advisor, the teacher that signed you up for the internships, and there was one spot left, and it was with probation. And I was like, oh no, this is gonna be awful. I'm gonna hate it. Nobody wants to do probation. That's why it's the last spot, because everybody took all the good stuff. That's what I thought, at least. So then I took the probation spot because I wanted to graduate, and I needed the class. So My first day at probation, completely fell in love with it. I absolutely loved the job. I saw that there was a great, just a huge variety of things I could do. I could carry an assault rifle and kick doors down, or I could sit in a courtroom, or I could write reports. I could work with adults or juveniles. But most of all, I was going to probably work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and have a normal life. Weekends off, holidays off, all that kind of stuff, and still get to do a bunch of cool stuff. So that's how I ended up being a probation officer. I got hired shortly thereafter with the Tulare County Probation Department. That was in 1997. And then I got hired in Fresno County in 1998. I know, sorry, it was rude. I left Tulare County after a year, but whatever. So I was with Fresno County Probation until 2016 when I came and started here at Fresno City College. But if I hadn't gone to grad school and got my master's degree, I wouldn't be able to teach here. So, everything happens for a reason. So most of my career at probation was working with juveniles, but it doesn't always work like that. You go wherever they tell you to go. So if they needed me an adult, then I worked in adult. I started in the adult division, and I was the probation officer at Hoover High School for about 5 years, toward the end of my career there. I left there because I thought this was a better opportunity for me and my kids. I got to spend more time with my family working here. I make more money and I work less, basically. That's kind of why I decided to come here. And I don't regret it at all, but I loved my time at probation. So that is me. That's where I come from. I have been married to my husband, who is also a local guy, for 25 years in November. I cannot believe it's been 25 years. So my husband went to Roosevelt High School. He was in the Air Force, and he is in sales now. I have 2 kids. My son is 21. He just graduated from UC Davis after going to Clovis Community College. We are big fans of the community college system. My husband went to Fresno City College like I did. My son went to Clovis Community, only because it's closer, and he was too embarrassed to come to the same school where his mom worked. I know. I thought it would be cool. Like, who doesn't want to come, have lunch with their mom in college? But whatever. Anyway, so he just graduated from Davis, and he got a job as an associate at an accounting firm, which is crazy to me because he seems like a little baby still. And then I have a 19-year-old daughter, and she is a pre-med major at Arizona State. So I have 2 dogs. I have a pit bull named Juju and a Yorkie puppy. Well, I'm ready. This morning, I thought I was going to kill him because he kept biting everything. And the Yorkie puppy's name is Depot. And that is my life. So just wanted to introduce myself, and I encourage you all to do the same. Welcome, and I look forward to this semester. It's going to be an awesome one.